took the lead.
Got a herd of longhorns low.
It is the nature of the demon in them to lie. Of Jesus of Nazareth.
Leigh Hart and a documentary team from New Zealand are in the Lone Star State of Texas. This is a vast land full of contradictions, sometimes beautiful and sometimes harsh. And Leigh wants to meet the people that live here. How do they spend their time? And what history has gone before them? He comes to the heartland of the USA with an open mind, but a limited budget.
Join me on a 6-month journey that I'll be doing in just 2.5 weeks as I explore the very heartland of America. Unlike previous documentaries, I want to go deeper and experience what these people experience. I want to work with them, play with them, eat with them, and if we have time, sleep with them. This is Leigh Hart's Hartland USA.
Legend has it that Leigh wasn't the first choice host for the project. Originally, award-winning comedian and presenter Michael Palin was supposed to take the role, but he had a double booking.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Michael Palin, so I mean, I respect the man immensely. But I'm just a bit disappointed. Tried to call him before to get some advice or see if he had any notes on the show or where we could go, and he didn't really want to provide any of his research. He said, do your own research. Do your own research. You think we've got a budget to research stuff? Is he stupid?
Ever the professional, Leigh draws on his experience and shares with the viewers what basic knowledge he already has of Texas.
Beautiful out here, isn't it? You know, Texas is a massive state. It's actually bigger than France. But to put that in real terms, you can understand, you could take all the cats from Asia and put them in Texas and you still have room for more. And that's a fact you don't hear very often.
And are you talking sort of stacked or?
Obviously not stacked on top of each other, more, you know, in a flat sense, so I think that's saying something.
Tom Harper is producing the show. It'll be tough. They both know that to pull off a series of this magnitude with limited research, they'll need to work hard, but also get a little bit of luck. It's already been a long day, so the team pull in for some refreshments.
First time behind the wheel, Jackson two-mobile, I call the white line fever.
Tell you what, we did tell you on this show we're going to do things differently, do it our way. We're going to meet the locals and see what they get up to. Here on a Sunday, they come down and play bingo. So I'm going to do that. I've got myself a ticket. The only difference here is normally with bingo, you have a caller, call the numbers out, cross them off, you might win. This case, you're waiting for a chicken to shit on your number. That's why it's called Chicken Shit Bingo. Chicken Shit Bingo. Tell us about that.
Well, it's pretty much what it says it's about. You put the chicken on the board, she shits on a number, and then you win some money.
This is Dottie West. She's gonna be shitting for you this round. Now remember, you're looking for one shit only.
I grew up in this bar, actually. My first job was right behind that bar, picking up bottle caps with a magnet. And then I eventually got promoted to chicken mistress.
Yeah, you're the boss here, you run it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I was in a good position, but Dottie kept walking around, feeding off my number, but...
The mystery of the chicken shit. Yeah, you never know where she's gonna shit, but she's gonna shit somewhere, that's for sure. The line ticket and our intersection ticket. So the line is any line on the board. The intersection is any intersection on the board, and since there's more of those, you just have a more chance to win.
Back to the live action Chicken Shit Bingo. I've got number one. It's in a pretty good position over there. Dottie's been over number one a couple of times, but refused to shit at this point. But the night's still young, and it's like an institution here now. It's been here for years. Tourists come here, locals.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got y'all, right? I mean, they come just for chicken shit. They're like, well, we just heard about it. We saw it on TV. They're like, so what is it about? What do we do? And I'm like, well, I put the chicken there and she shits. That's what it's about. Oh, fuck. Yeah. This is the original chicken shit bingo, but this is the only one. We have it patented, so if anyone else tries to do it, then they gotta answer to me, and I can be pretty tough.
Sorry, Lynn. The bit of controversy was there a few years back, a guy called Bobby Ray Ferguson down the road started a rival thing, his own sort of chicken shit bingo. The only difference is he didn't have any chickens. So, you know, you do the math on that. So, you know, he got shut down pretty soon, you know. No one wants to see that, what he was trying to...
I mean, I clean up the chicken poop, so that's about as far as I'll go.
I was wondering if it's gonna be like 30 seconds or like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we could...
All right, Daddy, let her rip.
I can't believe I'm asking so many questions about a chicken shitting on a board.
You'd be surprised. I get a lot of questions. They ask like, oh, well, what time? What time will she shit? And I'm like, we're on the chicken shit schedule. I don't know. But they're about as stubborn as I am, so they're gonna go when they want to go.
$280. Give it up. Show that money to the camera. Here at Little Longhorn Chicken Bingo.
The crew head into downtown Austin, the state capital of Texas, home of barbecue and some say the music capital of the world. They stay at the infamous Austin Motel, and this will serve as the production office for the bulk of the project.
Sharon, any messages for me?
No messages today, Mr. Hart.
Nothing from Matthew McConaughey?
No, nothing.
Okay. That's Sharon. She's at the front desk. She's not literally part of our team. She's not on the books, but she's kind of working for us. She'll take messages. If someone calls from New Zealand, you know, the broadcaster, or perhaps Matthew McConaughey, something like that, she'll patch us through and we'll do it from there. So it's a real team. It's a real team here.
After the break, more action from Austin, Texas.
Oh, g'day. I'm just editing next week's episode of Heartland, and I need some supplies. Luckily for me, Night and Day have got what I want when I need it.
Are you gonna pay for this, sir?
Oh, sorry, I thought that would be part of the whole ad thing.
Oh, no, sorry, sir. This altogether is $63.80.
Night and Day. They're open at night and during the day. A documentary team from New Zealand are in Austin, Texas. They've only been here for 2 days, and already they are 3 days behind schedule.
Just one, too. Well, time for my daily recap. What's my job? A lot of people are asking on this shoot. Well, my job is to identify what information the viewer might want, what's interesting, film it, of course, and then process it in such a way that the viewer can understand it and accept it. And what I've learned in TV, many years in TV, is you can't assume the viewer has any kind of intelligence in a way. I'm not saying dumb it down for them, but just assume you're kind of making something for the dumbest person watching the show, really. And if you take that approach, more people will probably appreciate the show, I found. Not so much in a rating sense, but they'll understand what you're trying to do and get across. So, yeah, that's my job.
The moment of truth. Finally, it's time for Leigh to do his job and become the best travel show presenter he can possibly be.
Welcome to Austin, the capital of Texas. Let's throw the guidebook away and go off-piste and find out more about it. Tom, make sure you hang on to that. We're going to need it later on. Thanks, mate. Big Top Candy Shop certainly is. And who comes in here? Many of the kids, do they? Or who comes in?
Lots of kids, lots of tourists. We've got one guy that comes in every week to get his cinnamon bears. We make our own sodas, ice creams, shakes, floats.
And you were saying that the store's been open for 150 years. That's a long time, isn't it?
It's actually only been open for 15 years.
Only 15. Okay, you said. Okay. So it's not 150 years, it's 15 years. Okay. Yeah. Oh. What's Austin all about? What does Austin mean to you?
Austin is the great combination of a little town and a big city. It's very cosmopolitan. It's got great cultural institutions. It's got great nature, but also there's that element of like everybody kind of still knows everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It still feels very homey.
It certainly does. It's very cool.
The Capitol Building is a cultural and political institution in Austin, so if you're ever in Austin, you should check it out.
If you're ever in Austin, you just got to check out that Capitol Building. They don't normally let you film in here, but I've got special permission. Let's go in and find out more. Am I wrong in thinking this is bigger than perhaps even the Washington Capitol Building?
I don't know that off the top of my head, but I'll make that claim as a Texan. I'll stake my name on it.
Do Texans do that quite a lot? You know, bigger is better.
Bigger is better everywhere. We definitely get competitive. We are prideful to the point that we are prideful between our cities. Dallas and Houston, Austin, we all got rivalries. We want to know who's doing Texan best.
And look at this building. So just how tall is that?
It's about 218 feet. You could actually stand the Statue of Liberty up in here without her pedestal, and she'd be holding her torch up high.
So let's get some perspective on that. How many cats would that be stacked on? Like, that'd be like 35,000 cats?
Yeah, I believe so. I
I'd
think
say,
that's...
you know, if you're in metric cats, yeah. And obviously a lot of history here, a lot of big names. We've got Governor Connolly over there, who was, of course, in the car with JFK. And George Bush over there, big names. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Austin itself, I mean, when did it really come about? It was about 1840, I'm thinking 1845?
Yeah, 1838 is when the first few families settled here. 1839, we went from Waterloo to Austin proper.
Yep. And we know about its music, its barbecue. Is it the best barbecue?
I would say we got some of the best barbecue for sure. We're not as swampy as Houston. We're a lot friendlier than Dallas.
Yep.
You're gonna have a great time here.
And what say, you've been out all day, it's hot, you're thirsty here in Austin. Where would you go for a beer around about now?
I would say, again, especially for a newbie to Austin or Texas, I would hit up Bangers because they have over 200 beers on tap that are all Texas beers.
Thanks, Kelty. See you later.
On expert advice, the team head to Bangers, but then check out the Austin barbecue scene. Now, Austin prides itself on having the best barbecue food in the world. They begin with the legendary Franklin's Barbecue. At Franklin's, customers line up from 6 in the morning to get a taste of their delicious ribs, sausages, and of course, brisket. By claiming he's making a TV show, Leigh tries to jump the line, but Franklin's won't allow it. In fact, back in 2014, President Barack Obama wasn't even allowed to jump the line.
I know there's a long line, guys. I feel a little bad, but I'm gonna cut.
It was only after he paid for everybody else's meal that they let him get through quicker. Now, Leigh has slightly less pull and a lot less budget, so isn't prepared to do that. Instead, the team head down the road to one of the original Austin barbecue establishments, Terry Black's.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
There you go.
If you're in, sorry, mate, I was just doing a thing. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. If you're ever in Texas, you just got to check out the barbecue scene.
I don't know, I haven't been here yet.
Finally, Leigh gets inside one of these barbecue institutions.
I'll tell you what, this place is pumping. Pretty simple system. You get your slaw, your slides, and then you get your meat. This guy's obviously got corn. What are you going to get? You're going to get a brisket?
I'm going to get a slice of brisket, 2 ribs, and she got sausage with jalapenos in it.
Whoa.
And then I live here, and I'm going to get 2 pounds of turkey to take home to my wife. Told me if I didn't come home with 2 pounds of turkey, I was sleeping on the couch.
Leigh is no stranger to barbecues, so he's allowed to meet the barbecue pitmaster.
Our briskets go for 12 hours. We do a rotation every 3 to 4 hours.
You're doing a rotation now, yeah?
Yes, sir. The reason is these are big pits. These are also old pits, so some of them still have little leaks here and there. So it's possible someone could be sitting in a cold spot or a hot spot.
Yeah.
Every pit's different. They've got their own personalities. So if you look underneath, there's no fire or anything else underneath here. It's all our fire, all our heat, all our smoke is coming from the firebox on that end.
And how many of these, like briskets or something, would you do in a day?
Between all the pits, we can do about anywhere from 200 to 250 briskets.
I'll tell you what, it's about 11:30 in the morning. This place is heaving. You're not here every day. This is kind of the home of barbecue, so I'm going to try the sausage, the beef brisket, the ribs, the slaw, of course. I'm pretty excited. All right, let's give it a crack. Tom, try that. You try that brisket, mate.
Unlike most celebrity chefs, Leigh is well aware that eating food on TV is a lot more enjoyable for the presenter than the viewer.
Pretty amazing, mate. Yeah. Let's try one of these ribs for you.
As delicious as it looks, out of respect, Leigh keeps this section brief.
As you know, I'm no stranger to barbecue myself, Mark. But what is the key to Texas barbecue? Because it's not about sauce and stuff, is it?
The seasoning of the rubs is all flavoring the meat. Using prime beef, you want to be able to taste that meat.
Yeah.
And that's what we're proud of. You can season it whatever you want, but if you can't control that fire, not paying attention to it, you know, that fire is actually the key to this.
That's the key to the whole thing, yeah.
Right.
And what kind of firewood is that? Is that not that carpet or something?
That's all post oak.
Yes.
It's a Central Texas wood. Around here it grows like weeds. So
like
it's
weeds?
like weeds.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Hi, Carly, how you going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I can't help but notice you're enjoying some barbecue there. What's your kind of go-to? What do you like?
The brisket was it for me.
Yeah.
We did have a lot of food, $135 worth for 2 of us.
Wow, okay. I'll tell you what, I'm here with my old mate Jeff. Jeff, what's your go-to? What's your thing?
The brisket, the beef brisket, and the sausage.
Good fatty beef brisket, yeah. You're not stranger to barbecue, Mark, but check that out. Right, slider barbecue, snacky janky chips. Try one of those, Mark. See what you think. This is an expert opinion here.
That's pretty good. It's like the heartiness, and it's got a good flavor to it, and it's not too strong.
Well, there you go. You've heard it firsthand from the pitmaster here at Terry Black's snacky janky barbecue chips. You don't have to go to Texas to experience that flavor, but I did.
And now from the people that brought you snacky janky chips comes snacky janky sausages. Have you tried the big mince and cheese? In supermarkets now. Tell them I sent you.
After the break, more action from Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. Leigh's having a midlife crisis. Yeah, okay, look, I'm having a crisis, but I wouldn't call it a midlife crisis, okay? You could argue I'm in my midlife, you know, although I look younger than that. But I'm not having a crisis because I'm in my midlife, so it's not a midlife crisis, so to speak. It's a midlife crisis. It's a crisis that's happening, just happens to be happening while I'm in my midlife. So, but it's not a midlife crisis, if you know what I'm saying. You know, if your wife leaves you for a carpet underlay salesman, has an affair with and leaves you for him, that's going to be a crisis in anyone's book. I'd admit, I think he's more of a carpet broker, to be honest. He sells carpet on behalf of other people. Stuff like the Cook Strait Ferry, that kind of stuff. He'll do a big contract like that. That's quite a lot of money because a lot of people vomit on carpets and stuff. And you change the carpet on the Cook Strait Ferry probably once every 7 years. So that's quite a good contract. But a midlife crisis? No. Yeah, okay, I'm having a midlife crisis.
The midlife crisis continues to the soundtrack of one of his own unreleased recordings. Leigh heads to the iconic Broken Spoke Bar to catch up with his old mate, music legend Dale Watkins.
How long have you been playing at Broken Spoke?
Oh, man, 40 years. Yep.
40 years. Has the Broken Spoke changed much? Because I don't think it has.
Not here, not inside. Now, James White, who built this place, he was very proud of that. He would tell people, we ain't changing nothing.
James White, proudly let boast. No hanging burn, no grave.
You sang the song, you know, the Broken Spoke, don't change a broken spoke.
Never mend the broken spoke.
Never mend the broken spoke.
I wrote that song inspired by James White's speech.
Is that right?
He would tell people, said, walking across the dusty parking lot and underneath that old oak tree out there, which is still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, James White and the White family, they built this with their own hands. And
Never mend the broken spoke.
My daddy built it in 1964.
Now we're talking. I'm talking about history. This is what we're talking.
Yes, my father built this place in 1964. There was a fire in here about 1969, and we had this monkey, little spider monkey, and his name was Skeeter. And he ran around everywhere. And he would always jump on the beer trucks, and they would end up taking him down to the beer wineries. And so they'd call him, Mr. White, your monkey's down here again. He was like, "Wah!" And he would run.
I'm not quite sure how we got on to Skeeter the monkey, but if I could just bring it back to Texas if we could for a moment. What's so special about Austin or about Texas if I was to sell it to someone?
Well, Austin is special because we don't give a shit if you're rich or you're poor. Be whatever you want to be, any way you want to be it, and it's damn okay. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody loves Austin so much. There's so many California people coming here to live that they're trying to bring their California bullshit here.
Yeah.
And trying to make us like that California shit, and we're not that way.
That's what I'm talking about.
Raised in Texas, that's all she knows.
Who were your influences then, you know, in Texas, music-wise?
well, the same people that played here, like Willie Nelson, Ray Price, and Johnny Cash, and obviously Elvis, and Carl Perkins, and all these guys were my heroes, you know.
As you know, I played a bit of guitar myself. I was kind of hoping you'd get me up there one stage, maybe on the pedal steel or something.
Do you play steel?
No, I don't, but that's why I'm glad you didn't ask.
Okay.
But...
play in Texas. I play 300 shows a year.
And I do about 2.5 shows a year. So
2.5?
Yeah, I do 2, and normally that halfway through the third one, they normally cut it down a bit.
2.5 shows?
Yeah, just keep it brief. Keep them wanting more.
Hey, you want them? That's right. The way you do it.
Keep them wanting.
You know, I should do that. I should probably try that. I have to charge $100,000 a show, but. In my opinion, music is like an hourglass, and in the 50s was when it came to that narrow common ground.
Totally.
You know, Western swing, rockabilly, blues, gospel, all of it was right there. Then it spread out again, I think.
Keen to fit in with the locals, Leigh gets a country dance lesson, but it's not going well.
1, 2, 3. Walk straight to the
1, 2, 3.
That's how you travel. Too slow.
Too slow.
Too quick.
Okay.
Slow.
I've got to be honest with you, Terry. I didn't think it was that bad, actually, my dancing. I thought it was okay.
No, it sucked.
I had a couple of funny ones.
For a first timer, it still sucked.
You must have had worse than me before. Yeah, I'm talking about
I
dancing.
have had much worse than you.
So what you're saying is more bourbon.
Yeah, and sometimes it helps men that can't dance.
Yeah. And we're going to go to Memphis as well in the next few days. We're going to head up there and maybe go to some
I have a
shooting.
bar in Memphis.
Oh, really?
I own a bar called Hernando's Hideaway.
Any chance you might be able to run a tab up for us maybe at your bar?
Yeah, but I'll comp you a drink.
Yep, okay.
I know how you drink. I'll cop you a drink and a chicken wing.
I can hear the guys. They want to get.
Yeah, no, we got to go.
Thanks for your time, man.
Thanks a lot.
We
Appreciate you
it so
guys.
much.
Adios.
In search of more music, Leigh leaves one door and enters another on Austin's 6th Street. And who knows, he may even get to perform. Next week, the team go tailgating at the big college football match. Tom has concerns about the direction of the show.
Who the hell would do a diary cam here? We've got trains going past, there's noise, dogs barking, all kinds of things going on.
And they get deeper into the Austin music scene. All that and more next week on Heartland.